Hello, akkam jirtu barattoota nagaa keessanii iddoo jirtan hundumatti nageenya waaqayyoo isiniif haa ta'u. Egaa yeroo baay'ee gara guyyoota 12dhaaf isinirraa fagaadheen jira. Kunis immoo sababoota adda addaani. Tokkoffaan barattoota onlaayiniidhaan qayyabachaa jirantu waan jiraniidhaa fi private studyingii jalqabnee jirra. Isaan wajjiniin qabameetan isaaniin qormaataaf qopheessaa waan jiruudhaa fi isin harkaa fudhatameen jira jechuudha. Barnoota keenya yeroo darbee keessatti gaaffilee moodelaa biiroon barnoota Oromiyaa barattoota kutaa 12ffaadhaaf qopheesse keessaa hanga gaaffilee 70tti hojjechuun keenya ni yaadatama. Har'a immoo gaaffilee 71 irraa jalqabanii jiran hanga sa'aatiin keenya nuuf eeyyame isiniif hojjechuudhaaf gara keessanitti dhiyaadheera. Viidiyoon keenya vaayiraalii akka ba'uudhaaf sheer, laayikii fi sabskiraayib gochuudhaan akka na tumsitan akkasumas immoo yeroo viidiyoo kana daawwattanii VPN banuudhaan akka daawwattan jecha gara barnoota har'aatti deemnaa jechuudha. Question number 71. Why are land and human livelihoods closely connected? A. Land controls cultural identity exclusively. B. Land determines individual political affiliations. C. Land reduces the need for labor input. D. Land provides resources necessary for survival. The answer is D. Land supplies food, water, shelter, raw materials, and space for economic activities such as farming, grazing, mining, and settlement. Human survival and economic production directly depends on land resources. Egaa ilmi namaa lafa irratti kan inni xiyyeeffatee jiraatudha fi inni guddaan lafti qabeenya barbaachisaa jireenya ilma namaadhaaf oolu waan kennisiisuu danda'uudhaafidha. Kanaaf lafni jira jechuun nyaanni, bishaan, iddoon jireenyaa, meeshaaleen dheedhii indastiriidhaa fi daldala diinagdeedhaaf oolan jiru jechuudha. Akkasumas lafti qonnaadhaaf, eechisuudhaaf, albuuda baasuudhaaf, qubsuma uummataadhaaf barbaachisaa waan ta'eedhaafidha. So the answer is D. Why A is not because land influences culture but is not exclusively. Livelihoods connection is mainly economic and survival based. Why B is not the answer because political views are shaped by many factors, not land ownership alone. C is not the answer because land often requires labor, like that of farming and construction. So it does not eliminate labor needs. Question number 72. Which land management strategy supports sustainability? Strategy bulchiinsa lafaa isa kamtu walitti fufiinsa deeggara? A. Integrity conservation with productive land use. B. Maximizing extraction of resources without regulation. C. Ignoring indigenous land use activities and practices. D. Centralizing land control without participation. The answer is A. Sustainability balances environmental protection with economic productivity. Conservation farming, agroforestry, and controlled grazing are the examples. Why B is not the answer because maximizing extraction without regulation, it says this leads to depletion and degradation rather than strategy support, management strategy. C is not because it says ignoring indigenous practice. Indigenous knowledge often supports sustainability. So ignorance is not important. D is not the answer because centralizing control without participation says sustainable management requires community involvement. Question number 73. How are population growth and the resource overuse connected? Guddinni lakkoofsa uummataa fi itti fayyadama qabeenya humnaa olii maaltu walitti isaan hidhaadha? A. Environmental systems remain unaffected by population size. No. B. Population growth reduces consumption level of resources. C. Resource use declines with population increase simultaneously. D. Increased population raises demand for increased resource use. Yes. So the answer is D. More people require more food, more water, more land, and more energy. This increasing pressure on resources. Egaa akkuma lakkoofsi uummataa daran guddachaa deemuuni fedhiin ilma namaa nyaataaf qabu, bishaaniidhaaf qabu, itti fayyadama lafaaf qabuu fi annisaadhaaf qabu guddachaa deema. Kun immoo dhiibbaa qabeenya uumamaa irratti uuma jechuudha. Environmental system remain unaffected, it says false. Ecosystems are affected. B and C, resource use declines, it says no. This is illogical because demand increases with population growth. Question number 74. What makes non-renewable resources under severe stress? A. Their ability to regenerate naturally and artificially. B. Their limited supply and high extraction rates. C. Their low economic and environmental importance. D. Their infinite availability and low demand. The answer is B. Non-renewable resources like oil, coal, minerals, and the others cannot regenerate quickly. Over extraction leads to depletion. So, limited supply and high extraction rates make the renewable resources under severe stress. Ability to regenerate, they cannot regenerate in human time scale, so A is not the answer. Low importance, it says they are economically vital. D, it says that infinite availability. No, they are completely false. Okay, question number 75. Which one is the direct result of continuous resource overuse? A. Improved biodiversity and resilience. C. Expansion of renewable resources. B. Environmental degradation of ecosystem. D. Reduction of climate availability. The answer is overuse causes soil erosion. So B is the correct answer. It also causes deforestation, pollution, biodiversity loss. So environmental degradation of ecosystem is the direct result of continuous resource overuse. Improved biodiversity, says A. False. Overuse reduces biodiversity. And also C says that expansion of renewable resources. No. Overuse depletes renewable resources. D. Reduction of climate variability. No. Such effect is not known with natural resources. Question number 76. Why does environmental degradation further intensify resource conflicts? A. Conflict decrease as resource decline. B. Degradation improves resource regeneration. No. C. Resource reduce availability and increase competition. D. Environmental loss strengthen institutions. The answer is C. Scarcity increases competition among groups, among regions, or among nations. So, resource reduce availability and increase competition is the cause why environmental degradation further intensify resource conflict. Okay, conflict decrease, it says A. No. D. Strengthen institutions, it says no. Scarcity often weakens stability. And also B is not the answer because it says improves regeneration. This is the opposite. Okay, question number 77. Why does Ethiopia seek increased Nile water utilization? A. To develop hydropower generation. B. To reduce rainfall dependency. C. To improve downstream agriculture. D. To control transboundary ecosystems. The answer why Ethiopia seek increased Nile River water utilization is Ethiopia aim to expand hydropower electricity. Example, the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam for energy and development. Reduce rainfall dependency, it says B. No, not the primary Nile issue. And also C says that improved downstream agriculture that benefits downstream countries like Egypt, not Ethiopia. And also D says that control ecosystem, not the main objective of Nile water utilization in Ethiopia. Question number 78. How does upstream water development affect downstream countries? A. It reduces the need for cooperation. B. It guarantees increased agricultural outputs. C. It alters water quantity and flow timing. D. It stabilizes political relations, it says. The answer, how does the upstream water development affect downstream countries, is dams regulate flow, affecting irrigation and the water supply timing downstream. So, C is the correct answer. Reduce cooperation, it says no. It may increase need for cooperation and also guarantees increased output, says not guaranteed. Even D says that stabilizes relations, often creates tensions. The best example is the tension between Ethiopia, Egypt, and Sudan. Question number 79. Which trend describes global population growth since the mid-20th century? Kanneen armaan gaditti eeraman keessa waa'ee guddina lakkoofsa uummata addunyaa jaarraa 26tti jiru kan ibsu kan midhaadha. A. Continuous decline due to fertility fall in all world regions. No. B. Rapid increase followed by gradual slowing in some regions. C. Stable population size across regions and continents. D. sudden decrease caused by technological change. It says the answer is B. After 1950, population surged, then growth slowed in many regions due to fertility decline. So rapid increase followed by gradual slowing in some region is the cause that describes the trend of global population growth. A says that continuous decline. Growth did not continuously decline. C says that stabilized size. This is false globally, and also D, sudden decrease, it says, not globally sudden drop. Question number 80. Which condition commonly contribute to high fertility rates? A, high income levels and urban lifestyle. C, advanced industrial economies. B, limited access to family planning. D, low infant mortality rates. The answer is lack of contraception leads to more births. So, limited access to family planning is the condition that commonly contribute to high fertility rates. Guddina lakkoofsa uummataadhaaf sababa kan ta'u itti fayyadama ittisa ulfaa dhabuudha. So, B is the correct answer. A and C, high income, industrial income, usually have low fertility. Low infant mortality, this reduces fertility. Question number 81. Which demographic factor contribute to population momentum in developing countries? A, reduced migration flows from developing nations. B, increased life expectancy in the developing countries. C, rising death rates in the developing countries. D, large proportion of population in reproductive age group. So the answer is D. Even if the fertility declines, many young adults cause continued growth. So, large proportion of population in reproductive age group is a demographic factor that contribute to population momentum in developing countries. Why A is not the answer? Because migration reduces, not increasing. And also, life expectancy affects aging, not momentum directly, as well as rising death rates would slow growth. So, A, B, C are not the answer, while D is the correct answer. Question number 83. Why has global population growth slowed in some countries but not others? A, uniform government population policy. No, because there is no uniform government population policy in the world. B, similar cultural values across societies. C, difference in fertility decline and social development. D, identical levels of urbanization worldwide. No. So the answer is C. Education, urbanization, and the women empowerment reduces fertility in some regions. ABD choices are discussing about countries differ widely in policies, cultures, and development. Question number 86. Which environmental problem becomes worse due to population pressure? A, increased use of renewable energy use. C, expansion of protected areas. B, soil degradation and desertification. D, improved ecosystem stability. So the answer is B. Over cultivation and overgrazing degrade the land. ACD, improve environmental conditions. Question number 84. Which factor strongly motivates international labor migration? A, economic opportunity and employment prospects. B, similar cultural traditions worldwide. C, uniform political and governance system. D, equal income distribution globally. No, the answer is A. People migrate for better wages and better job. So, economic opportunity and employment prospects are the major factor that strongly motivates international labor migration. Hojii barbaaddachuudhaaf gara addunyaatti daangaa kutanii godaantonni akka godaananii kan taasisu sababni tokkoffaan carraa hojii barbaaduuti, lammaffaan immoo carraa guddina diinagdeeti jechuudha. B and C, similar cultural traditions and uniform political and governance system are not global reality. Equal income distribution, it says, this is unequal globally. Question number 82. Which population trend is the characteristics of most developed countries? A, high birth rates and high death rates. This is not the most developed countries' characteristics. Rather, it is the developing countries. B, rapid population increase and useful age structure. This is also more developing countries. C, aging population with slow or negative growth. D, population expansion driven by high fertility. So the answer is most developed countries have low fertility and aging populations, while A, B, and D are the characteristics of developing countries. Question number 85. Which environmental factor contributes to population displacement? Godaansa uummataadhaaf sababni naannoo irraa ka'u isa kami? A. Expansion of urban green space. B. Technological advancement in agriculture. C. Climate change and environmental degradation. Yes. D. Increased industrial productivity. No. The answer is C. Drought, flares, desertification forces migration. Okay. Gogiinsi, lolaa hamaanii fi babal'inni gammoojjummaa uummattoonni naannoo isaanii irraa buqqa'anii akka godaananiidhaa fi sababa isaan taasisaa jechuudha. Kanaafuu caatu deebii sirrii ta'a. Urban green space, this is positive development also. Agricultural technology improves production, it is in positive. Industrial productivity, economic, not environmental. Question number 87. What is a major cause of environmental stress related to population? Kanneen armaan gaditti eeraman keessa uummata wajjin wal qabatee rakkoo naannoo kan ta'e kami? A. Advance in farming technology. No. B. Low birth rates in developed countries. No. C. Increased urban green spaces. No. D. Population grows beyond resource limits. Yes, the answer is D. When population exceeds carrying capacity, stress occurs. Dandeettii baachuu humna lafaatii olitti lakkoofsi uummataa dabalaa yoo dhufe yaaddoo fi rakkoon naannoo keessatti ni uumama. Kanaaf daatu deebii ta'a. ABCR not the answer due to the listed causes. Gaaffileen kun hundumtuu har'aaf qabadhee kanan isiniif dhiyaadheera. Gaaffilee biroo 88 irraa qabee hanga dhumaatti jiran viidiyootti aanutti qabadhee isiniif dhiyaadha. Guyyaa gaarii.